Welcome Earthly Souls to my channel Earthly Soul Tarot. My name is Daniel, and if you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new here, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you again. Let's go ahead and jump in. We're doing a collective reading today, so remember, some things might resonate, some things might not. And take everything as it resonates to you, okay? What's important here is your own intuition and how you interpret the messages. My loves, are you tired? Because I've been so tired lately. I don't know what it is, especially today. I feel very sleepy. I woke up pretty early today. I went to the gym. I came back and I instantly took a nap. I napped for about 30 minutes, which is very odd. I never nap for that long. When I nap for hours. But I had to go somewhere, so I just came back and I'm still so tired. Usually after like a 30-minute nap, you're good to go, but I don't know, whatever. Maybe a lot of you could be feeling the same way. A very tired energy, but let's see what is going on in your energy, my loves. Spirit guides, can we connect with the collective? The Ten of Swords, I can't make this up. Yeah, we're feeling tired, collective. I think there's been a lot happening, okay? I think a lot of things have been changing in the recent past. There's a lot of energy of here having to deal with situations and having to fix problems, kind of like one after the other type of energy. So obviously feels very exhausting. You feel like, okay, when can I rest? And I feel like that's gonna be soon. At the bottom of the deck you have the Star. I do feel like that's gonna be soon. But let's see what else we can get. I'm also seeing you have a lot of responsibilities as well. As I say that, the Emperor. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation after confirmation. And the Knight of Swords as well. Yeah, it's like on one hand, you're very stable. I feel like financially you're pretty stable. You know, you could already have like your home, some of you. But you feel pretty, you know, comfortable where you are right now, but at the same time there's like this energy of like, we still got to keep going, we got to keep working, go. And maybe this is imposed upon yourself, like maybe you do it to yourself, maybe you're just someone that really likes being productive all the time, or you could have a lot of outside responsibilities or outside energies that are pressuring you to do better or pressuring you to reach a certain level. And you for some reason don't really see yourself being there yet. So let's see, Spirit, is this self-imposed? Yep. Yeah, it is self-imposed, okay? This feels very mental. Again, it's like you're looking at your reflection and you're seeing yourself being blindfolded, but look at the reality of it. You're not blindfolded. You're not. You're choosing to see yourself that way. And I know that sounds harsh. That sounds pretty like, you know, I'm not saying that your feelings are not valid. But like your guides are kind of like saying you're making yourself tired, okay? Because you don't really have to do all of this. You don't have to continue to work so hard and push yourself to the point of exhaustion. That's not really the right way to do it. You know, baby steps always win the race, okay? And I don't think you're taking baby steps right now, collective. I think you're trying to do everything all at once and you're trying to excel at everything. And that's just not really a realistic way of approaching situations, my loves. What else, Spirit? What else? The Six of Pentacles. There needs to be an equal give and take in your energy. And I feel like, again, right now things don't feel really equal. You feel pretty heavy-sided, like you're leaning a lot to one side right now, and it's really taking a toll on your body, on your spirit, on your health, mental health, physical health, everything. It's taking a toll. Again, with this Ten of Swords, it's like you're done. It's like, when can I get my rest? When can I get my rest? And your spirit guides are kind of telling you, collective, you can rest. I don't know if there's someone on the outside that's making you think that you have to keep working. I don't know if it's just all purely coming from you. It could be just coming from you, but there also could be outside influences. The Knight of Pentacles is coming up. Spirit, can you clarify the Knight of Pentacles? I feel like, yeah, Spirit just clarified in my head. Like, this is your guides telling you to take things slow. Like I said, baby steps, my loves. Baby steps. Okay. Well, we got a few cards here. All right, so the Eight of Cups, the Five of Wands. This is putting I forgot what I was going to say. Putting an end, okay, to situations that honestly don't really have to be that serious. I feel like a lot of you put other people's opinions on you, like other people's opinions about you, you hold them so high. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe you were raised that way. Maybe you were raised to be a really big people pleaser. You probably still have, deal with that issue. But there's something here where it's like anytime anyone has an issue with you, you take it so personally and you bend over backwards to make this person feel comfortable. And I feel like your guides are like, you need to let go of that energy. You need to stop doing that because it's not doing you any good, my loves. It's not doing you any good. The Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands is also showing up here. So, let's clarify these cards. Spirit, why is the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands here? You could have someone in your life kind of manipulating you in a very subtle way, okay? It feels like they try to come off as being very emotionally intelligent, very wise, and, you take a lot of their advice. I feel like this is a person that you really listen to, but I don't feel like, and it's not that they're trying to give you the wrong advice, it's more so they're not really on the same path that you are. And so they're giving you advice from a complete different perspective, and that advice doesn't really apply to you. Okay? Yeah, and this could be like a mother figure, a father figure. It could be somebody older than you. I feel like it is, or somebody that you just really look up to. But yeah, and that might not resonate for all of you, but I do feel like some of you have an external energy that is kind of, quote unquote, guiding you, or supposed to be guiding you, but I feel like you're taking everything they say way too seriously, and it's not really, even if things don't resonate with you, you still take their advice. Even if you don't physically take the advice, you still carry it emotionally, mentally, okay? The King of Cups is coming up in your energy too. A lot of cup energy. I want to say you're in a very emotional state right now. That's probably why you're feeling very tired too, my loves. I think you have to, the Two of Pentacles. You have to learn to balance these energies, okay? You have to learn to be okay with taking as much as you are giving, because I feel like you're giving and giving and giving and you're not taking that much, okay? And I'm not saying you have to go and bother people or like ask people for favors, but what I'm more so saying is you need to take time for yourself. If you can't receive the same energy that you're giving to people from those people, then give it to yourself. But you can't do that if you're not giving yourself the space or the time to do that. All right, my loves? If you're not saying no to these people, if you're telling people, okay, yeah, I'll drop everything and I'll help you, you need to stop doing that, okay? If you have time for yourself, that time is for yourself. Just because you're not, busy does not mean you're not available, okay? What else, Spirit? Can we get some more advice? The King of Pentacles. Maintain a very steady pace as well. Again, with the wanting to like go, I think that energy is really taking a toll on you and you need to slow down, okay? Your guides are really wanting you to slow down. What else, Spirit? What else? The Seven of Cups and Judgment. Okay, so I feel like this is future energy coming through right now. And I feel like there's a few things that you could be entertaining at the current moment, whether this be within your career, it could be people, maybe you're dating around, but you are going to be making some kind of decision here with that Judgment card in the near future. This could be a decision based on your boundaries. Like I said, if you're thinking about setting stronger boundaries, you're going to be very, decisive with that energy. And again, this is all coming from Spirit, but you could probably already know this, okay? So if it's resonating, that's your confirmation. Yeah, so you could be dealing with a lot of different people. There's going to be a pretty significant decision coming up for you. What is this decision about, Spirit? Can we get a little bit of information on that? Okay, the Six of Cups and the Page of Swords. I feel like some of you might want to be cutting someone off from your life. I'm not going to lie. With the Six of Cups, this is like a past energy, okay? Whether it be a family member that you grew up with, whether it be a romantic partner, an ex, something like that, an ex-friend. this really could be anyone, but this person you have history with, okay? And with the Page of Swords, I'm kind of seeing this as like you deciding to just cut the tie, right? Some sort of like tie cutting is going to be happening. You definitely are going to, again, you're forming stronger boundaries and you're starting to say no to people. That's going to cause people to have issues with you, and you're getting to the point, it's like you're getting older, and I feel like you're getting wiser as well, and you're getting to the point where you're realizing that these people that are being toxic to you, it's not worth your energy anymore, because there are things that you want to achieve. With the Seven of Cups, I feel like you're someone that's very, very passionate, but also very what's that word when you have like a lot going on? Multifaceted. You're very multifaceted, multi-talented as well. You have a lot of different passions in your life. And so you tend to be busy, okay? And you're starting to realize that you're not having time, or even if you do have the time, it doesn't feel like you have the time because you're stressed all the time. And it's really affecting your work, it's affecting your play, it's affecting everything. And you're starting to realize that you don't want that anymore, okay? And the only way to really do that with this energy is to cut them off. As harsh as it may seem, as harsh as it is, okay? It doesn't even seem harsh. It is harsh. But sometimes, yeah, the sun. Sometimes the truth can be blinding. The truth can be really burning, okay? The sun is a tremendous energy that gives us literally life, but get too close to it and you will burn, okay? This is also representing, you know, truths being exposed. You could possibly start to see like this person's true colors. Again, if this is a person, for some of you it could be something else, like an energy or something like that. But you're going to start seeing, this could also be several people. Some of you, it's a group of people, possibly family. You're getting the Lovers at the bottom of the deck, could be an ex. Again, take it as it resonates. But you are going to start seeing this energy's true colors, and you're going to start noticing how much of an effect they really have on you, that they've had on you for years, I feel. No wonder you're tired, collective. No wonder you're tired. All right, Spirit, can we get a final message here for the collective? Can we get one last message? One last message for the collective. The Hierophant. I love this energy. I love the energy of the Hierophant because it feels very stable. It feels very wise as well. A little bit of a loner type of energy. It reminds me of the Hermit a lot, because the Hermit is also a very introspective, wise energy. The Hierophant is that, just more, I would say more like material focused as well. But yeah, this is you finally reaching a point where you can get your rest, okay? Where no one else's opinions of you matters anymore, okay? You're becoming a lot more confident. I definitely see you being on the right path. I think a lot of you are taking the necessary steps in order to get to this energy. That's why the energy popped up, you know what I mean? Because it's in the cards for you, my love. Yeah, it might take some cutting off. It might take some honest and difficult conversations. It might take some arguments, okay? It's definitely going to take you slowing down as well. It's not always just other people, you know. The problem's also coming from you. Don't forget that Eight of Swords card. The problem is mental as well. You need to start to unlearn all of the negative beliefs that you've learned from these people, okay? Because it's very easy to blame our trauma for issues that we have now in our lives, or maybe bad habits, but you can't blame that trauma forever. You can't blame those people forever. Eventually you have to heal. No one else is going to heal you. They're not going to come and be like, you're healed. You know what I mean? You have to do that for yourself, and everyone has to do that. That's just the reality of things. And I see you being on the right path. I see you realizing that and overcoming that energy. So I'm very proud of you. I'm excited for you. Trust that you're on the right path, okay? I love you so much. I'm going to end the reading at that, and I'll see you on the next reading.